Welcome to the 10 Tech Tools for Teaching, the 4T RoadShow. I'm your host, Scott Claybrook. Today I, along with Joe Lowe, Kirsten Bowman, and Ryan McCollum, want to talk with you about a number of WFU-provided technologies that might be useful to you in your classes. We'll highlight each technology movie trailer style. The goal here is to get you thinking about how the tools might be useful to you. We've created a Sakai site to go along with this presentation. It's an open site, so you have to join it. You join it by going to go.wfu.edu/2016roadshow, logging in with your WFU credentials and clicking Yes to indicate you want to join the site. I'll demonstrate. My URL is go.wfu.edu/2016roadshow. I'll log in with the credentials I want to use. It says I'm not currently a member. Would I like to join the site? Yes. And I am now in the site. Now I'll turn it over to Joe to start us off with Sakai's Lesson Builder tool.
This video will give you a quick overview of a new tool in Sakai called Lesson Builder, or sometimes called the Lesson Tool. The Lesson Builder is an alternative to the Resource Tool. The Resource Tool provides a simple folder and file structure that you can upload class files to. The Lesson Builder will aid you in enhancing the resource files by allowing you to link to them. Sakai Lesson Builder will give your class a more modern and visually appealing look by allowing you to create structured units of learning containing multiple pages and subpages for arrangement and delivery of content organized by lesson. Other examples of Lesson Builder are it'll allow you to embed documents, embed video, you could put in poll questions, subpages, and much more.
WebEx is a video conferencing tool that allows you to meet with your students and colleagues from anywhere. Attendees from outside of the university don't even need to create a username or install a separate application. If you go to webex.wfu.edu, click on Faculty Staff, authenticate through Google, then you can access Meeting Center, Event Center, Support Center, and the newest feature of WebEx, the Personal Meeting Room. Each person has a unique URL, which you can see here, that never changes, so you can put it on your email signature, your business cards, your syllabus, and just share it out with people and they can join whenever. So the Personal Meeting Room is great for hosting virtual office hours if you can't make it to campus, or holding class on a snow day. Another use case for this is if your projector is broken and you're teaching class, you can use the Personal Meeting Room to share out your PowerPoint with your students. I've put a link here to a short tutorial video if you want to watch that. And there are some other use cases for WebEx here. You can also see the different features of WebEx, such as recording, annotating, chat feature, polling, that sort of thing. Google offers an online productivity suite for collaboration where you can create, share, and even comment on files in real time. It has very simple features that aren't too overwhelming, so you can just create something very quickly and easily. So we've had a few faculty put their syllabus on Google Docs so they can edit it throughout the semester and put it in comment mode so students can ask questions as they need to. You can also upload and stream videos on Google Drive and restrict their access instead of publicly hosting them on YouTube or other streaming sites. Students in the English department have also used Google Sites to create writing portfolios for their class, as well as personal and professional websites. And Romance Languages has used Google Forms for their major and minor declaration. So every Wake Forest user has unlimited storage in Google Drive, and you can access these tools from any Google page or your Gmail just by clicking on this 3x3 square and selecting which tool you would like to use. So if you have any other questions or you want to learn more about either of these tools, keep an eye out on the PDC for upcoming classes.
Google is not the only productivity tool that Wake Forest has. We also have Office 365. Office 365 are the productivity tools that you're used to seeing in Microsoft Office, like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneDrive, and OneNote. But they can be reached anytime online, or they can be downloaded to your computer. You now have a choice. There are two new Office applications that you may or may not be familiar with. One is Sway, the other is Forms. Sway is a digital storytelling application. It's primarily used for presenting ideas on screen rather than to an audience like you do with PowerPoint. It lends itself well to tutorials and interactive reports. Sway is always backed up on the cloud and can be easily shared or embedded in websites. Forms is an application for users to use to make surveys, quizzes, or forms, but really quick and simple ones. Three things that makes Office 365 very important for education are: one, it's always available online through many apps either on iPad, iPhone, or Android devices. Office 365 has tools to aid in pedagogical collaboration and research, and you have 5 licenses under your account to use on home computers using your Wake Forest login for each one that you download. One tool that is most suited for education is OneNote, which contains OneNote Class Notebook and Planner. OneNote Class Notebook is a personal workspace for each student, a content library for handouts, and a collaboration space for lessons and creative activities, all within one notebook. Students can share out things between just their teacher, and other students can't see what they're doing. Teachers can add and edit material, but students, the notebook is read only. You can make it either way you want, and we could give you more information on that in later classes. You can also use OneNote just as your personal research digital notebook, where you can make what I call interactive bookmarks. You can bookmark pages, embed videos when you're doing research, and like I said, it's just your online digital notebook. If you'd like to look more and learn more about Office, go to portal.office.com. VoiceThread. VoiceThread is an interactive collaboration and sharing tool that enables users to add images, documents, videos, and to which users can add text, audio files, video comments. You can post your VoiceThread on your website or save it to an MP3 or a DVD. VoiceThread allows those with hearing impairments to collaborate through webcam commenting and sign language. You may be interested in using VoiceThread to auto-narrate a slide presentation for a class and invite questions, present a series of images and ask for comments, collect pronunciation samples and give feedback for language teaching, record voice and pen annotations as you mark up a paper and providing feedback, or have your students use it to turn in projects or presentations for peer assessment. Other ways that you can use VoiceThread in higher education could be art classes to comment and interact on styles or history of paintings, plans for engineering, computer science, physics drawings, film classes, commenting on film clips, collaborate on editing, peer review on film clips, language and or speech classes, listening for correct pronunciation of words, correct ways of speech or speaking. or how-to diagrams and procedures. There are many collaborative uses for VoiceThread in education, so sign in sometime using your WAKE credentials to wfuvoicethread.com or contact your ITG for further information.
WordPress is the open source platform Wake Forest uses for website creation. Every faculty member is eligible to have their own WordPress site. The benefit of using WordPress is having Wake Forest host the site, so there is no need to do any of the complicated back-end setup you may think is involved in web creation. Once your site is created, you have a location to publicize your professional accomplishments, publish research, or even create a blog. You will use your WFU credentials to log into the site. Here you will find the dashboard where you can customize appearance, add media, and create blog posts or static content pages. Content creation is done using a what you see is what you get interface. You will notice that the toolbar contains many familiar elements that you would find in Microsoft Word. With practice, you will find that creating web content is doable for all levels of computer users. WordPress is a good tool for professional publicity or if you have complex content creation needs for a course that cannot be accommodated by Sakai. If you are interested in setting up a WordPress site, contact your ITG. Help.wfu.edu is a knowledge database curated by Information Systems to help you help yourself with regard to computing on Wake Forest's campus. Using this site can save you time for simple fixes without having to take your computer to the bridge. There are two useful sections on the homepage. The first, Current Top Issues. Since there are only a few models of laptops at Wake Forest, it is likely that if you are having a problem, someone else has had the same one, and you can often find the solution here. The second, News and Alerts. This section gives you immediate updates on issues you need to know about, including phishing scams, wireless outages, and other pressing concerns. Two examples of how the site can help you. First, the site offers step-by-step instructions on how to install a Xerox printer on a MacBook. And the second, you don't want to lose your data, so check out the best methods for backing up. The site has devices and instructions on how to effectively back up your data. In addition, help.wfu.edu hosts tutorials on many of the tools we are discussing in today's RoadShow, so check out the database. It will help you help yourself.
The next tool on the list is Variscite. Variscite is a plagiarism detection service that integrates with our Sakai courses. It was piloted spring 2016, and Phase 2 was approved for the upcoming 2016-2017 academic year. Variscite is a cloud-based service that identifies potential plagiarism by comparing submitted work against an ever-increasing database of sources. The hope is that faculty will utilize Variscite as an instructional tool on the front end rather than a policing tool on the back end. If you have questions about Variscite, contact your individual instructional technologist or our LMS team via the information found at go.wfu.edu/Variscite. Next up is Qualtrics. Qualtrics is easy to use but extremely powerful online data collection and analysis tool. Think Google Forms or SurveyMonkey on steroids. Academic departments and individual professors are using Qualtrics for both quantitative and qualitative research. Some examples include English's directed self-placement for writing courses, professors using Qualtrics for online polling, online tests and quizzes, especially without Sakai, and course evaluations are done in Qualtrics in most departments. If you have questions about Qualtrics, please contact your individual instructional technologist. So that was 10 tech tools. For a bonus 11th, we've included this page to provide assistance with classroom multimedia because multimedia calls represent a significant number of our calls. Thank you for coming out to our roadshow today. If you want more information about any of today's topics, you can contact your instructional technologist. You can also contact one of today's presenters. Finally, keep an eye on the Professional Development Center's website for upcoming classes. Thanks again.